Libra, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. Let's now start with your main energy. Okay, your first message today is: my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. And this is definitely one of those messages that redirects your attention not to what's happening around you, but to what's happening inside of you. It's easy to underestimate that, considering that many times we see certain things happen and they seem out of control. But obviously, this card reminds us that the only time we're not in control is when we say we're not. And there might be something in your specific situation right now which could be much more simple than it seems at this moment in time. Something you should consider in order perhaps to find what you're looking for, to change the situation around, to be happy of that happiness that you can experience just by balancing the outer world with the inner world. So this is just me blabbering. So let's see what the cards have to say about this message. Let's do our 3 shuffles and let's begin with your reading, Libra. Oh, all right, Libra, I see what's going on here. First thing first, Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords appear as well. I feel that you are on a mission of some sort. You are trying to handle a situation from a very logical standpoint. That's why we see all of these swords. Trying to not let your emotions dictate your actions, at least not anymore. Because you feel that right now, the only thing that makes sense to do is to do what makes sense. Even if it's not going to immediately bring to you what you're looking for, this is not the time to just follow your heart and hope for the impossible to become possible. I feel that with this energy, you are really not focused on instant gratification, in fact, as much as you're focused on what it's going to be good long term, fair long term, balanced. I keep hearing this message, picking up on this energy of someone who is now saying, I am done being the boost for your ego. I don't want to play this game anymore. And in fact, you see here someone running away from it. Now, it's clear that this might have been a very special, even spiritual type of connection, but for some reason, it just did not work out. There is something standing in between the two of you, which is very hard to identify even here. It's almost like a cloud. The closer I get to it, the more it dissolves. But by looking at it from a distance, there is definitely something there, you can tell. We'll see if it comes out. Now, we were saying that you are on a mission. You are moving somewhere, physically, emotionally, but I don't get the sense that you know exactly where you're going right now, Libra. Overall, you do not want to compromise your vision, compromise your goals, and you don't want for this person to change your journey. I see you trying to move on, trying to still look for love potentially, but this time especially after what happened with this person. You're not sure anymore about what it is that you are really wanting right now. And we see right here in the middle of the reading similar energy, but especially with this following Four of Cups, it's pretty clear that there is a bittersweet taste in your mouth. Perhaps you got to make the last move, or you were the one saying, enough of this, I'm out, good luck. But this doesn't take away the disappointment, does it? It doesn't take away the disappointment of a situation that you did believe in, you did want to invest into, and that eventually just turned out to be not what you expected to be. Also, I sense that their reaction to your walking away might have been quite underwhelming, which did not help the overall situation for you. Right now, you are eager to love, but you are experiencing the dark side of love. And potentially, you're not able to move on from this as quick as you would like. And this might also be why I'm definitely picking up on some self-deceptive energy over here, especially looking at that Seven of Swords as well. And with this Four of Cups, I see you trying to look at the bigger picture, trying not to focus too much on the disappointment, on the actual events that might have happened. But while you're doing that, you might be telling yourself, there's nothing that I can really be excited about right now, nothing to look forward to. Everywhere I look, I see something that needs fixing or some sort of improvement. And it's a little overwhelming right now. Now, what I think is really happening here is that you're just processing a disappointment, perhaps a heartbreak. And while you're doing that, sometimes it's easy to start focusing on the negatives of a situation or any area of your life. This, if not handled the right way, can really create a feedback loop of disappointments. In case you're trying to find someone new or some new project, some new prospect to help you heal that wound, and in case the new person or new project doesn't work out, it leaves you with double damage to deal with and so forth. And then eventually what happens? What happens is that you might start thinking that you are not good enough and that you might be unlovable. But this is just a spiral. And if you don't make the right move to get out of it, it's going to become more powerful. And the more power you give to it, the more it will slow you down. So don't underestimate this message, because this has actually a lot of power. Now, Libra, what's important to see here is what is about to come next. I know that the sun is coming up reversed, but not because it means unhappiness. Not at all. This is coming up reversed because it means that this energy is just around the corner for you, but it's something that you might not be able to see at this moment in time. Something that you might not be prepared to see at this moment in time. I mean, it's clear what the issue is here. You have made the strong move, which was not easy to do, by the way, and you feel somewhat better at first because you're proud of your self-control, of the fact that your mind is stronger than your heart when it needs to be. But right now, you feel confused as to what to do next, what to hope for next. Deep down, you might feel that even if you're doing all right, you might not be happy of that happiness that you felt before experiencing this setback. We had a similar message at the beginning of the reading. But this is just true if you make it true. Don't forget that. As I usually say in my readings, negative things in life are only as permanent as you allow them to be. So, Libra, I have a question for you. How much longer are you going to let this disappointment keep you away from new happiness? I mean, the sun and the Page of Cups, the sun is still here regardless of its position. It just needs to be turned upright in order to transform into real events, real people around you. And honestly, with this Page of Cups, I already see someone around you who adores you, who is really, really attracted to you and thinking about you. This is someone who is now wondering what it would be like to be with someone like you. I want to leave the Sun upright because I feel that overall this is where you're going, but I definitely want to look more into it to make sure that I give you all the tools necessary in order to be able to not miss out on this beautiful energy right here. So let's look into it. I want to look into this energy in order to paint for you the picture of what awaits you on the other side. In the moment where you let yourself believe that you're going to be fine, that you're going to heal and find real happiness again. I mean, it's written in the stars. Don't block it. Go for it with determination because you deserve it, Libra. So let's see then how the situation is bound to evolve in the next few months, in the moment that you truly decide to move on, knowing that something better is coming your way, something that will make it all worth it. So let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Libra, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute live reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Libra. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the Lovers. And honestly, I'm not that surprised about it because I feel that with the Sun energy, there is something really beautiful about to start up for you. But obviously, you need to be able to allow it in. You need to learn how to allow it in. Obviously, with the Lovers, we see a pretty beautiful, romantic, passionate chapter starting for you. A chapter that has been waiting to start for you. A magical time that maybe right now you were not expecting at all because you have been focusing on what you're leaving behind and how to just make that not impact you in the present. But by thinking that way, you're still thinking about that person, that connection, and you have been delaying something else, which is beautiful. Now, this card in this context really reminds us that it's not enough to meet the right person. You have to be the right person in order to allow that energy in and in order to allow that energy to grow overall. And this is exactly what's going to happen next for you. And I want to focus on this side of the reading as much as possible in order to give you that determination, that fuel that we all need in order to just keep going and not giving up. So let's look into this Page of Cups first of all, and I want to see what is this energy that is around you right now and that has the potential to grow into this beautiful Lovers card. Let's look into it. Oh, you know this person. You absolutely know this person. And Nine of Cups right here. This is someone who you have thought about at some point. Someone who perhaps for some of you, you have been keeping an eye on. And someone who at the same time, you thought that was not going to be interested in you. But you're wrong, big time. The first thing that we see right here is